So the other day I received in the mail a package. Not any like out of the ordinary package. It seemed pretty normal. So and well, for one, I didn't even at all expect. Well, not number one, but just I wouldn't even think. I didn't think about it. I didn't think it would even be this, but it was. So, anyways, what it was as you can see, my sister. Yes, my sister, my blood sister. She actually went ahead, I guess, and not I guess, she did. She went well, because I'm originally from Los Angeles, so that would be Los Angeles County. But I had moved to San Bernardino County. I'm now in Riverside County, but anyways, I'm just letting you know. So, she's still in LA County. With my kids, she's the one who the judge adopted out my kids to her. And anyways, she's been I haven't seen my kids for years, and so it's been so it's been the case since 2018, I think. Yeah. Anywho, so she went down to the, I guess, I don't know if it's a courthouse. I don't know how that works with child support. But anyways, so she went and filed child support paperwork against me, and sent this to me. How nice, huh? Instead of calling me and saying, I mean, I could appreciate and respect more so if, like, if she really had, if she was really struggling financially, of course, those are my kids. I mean, but since she's blocked me in every way, shape, and form, and I mean, there's no way I can even if I wanted to send her something, I wouldn't be able to. So that's not the case. It's not like I haven't been trying, or, of course, throughout the years, I've bought my kids all kinds of stuff, but I'm not even, I mean, it's gotten to the point where I had like a big, huge bin of stuff from, all their, holidays, birthdays, all that stuff. But I just basically gave up in a sense, and just, I mean, I can't, do that to myself and continue doing that to myself. It's just for my own sake and, mental health. Anyways, so, yeah, so this is after she adopted them. I mean, it's not like it. I'm going to say it like this. It is surprising, but then again, it's not. But it's surprising to the fact of, like, really? Like, it wasn't bad enough that you changed my kids' names. Like, it wasn't just bad enough you took them from me and you're my sister. It wasn't bad enough that you've kept them from me and you're probably going to tell them lies and all that hoopla, freaking baloney. I mean, come on. Like, really, really, really. I mean, how old are we here? Like, I know how old I am. I'm 33 years old, and I know I've known this. I know this, but unfortunately, I guess she doesn't. I just, it's unbelievable. It's like, how old are you? I mean, it blows my mind, really, because even it's still to this day, even after all that, could you believe? I mean, could you imagine? I mean, it really, it's still, and it's happened to me. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just utterly dumbfounding. Like, I still cannot believe, like, really? Like, you couldn't this couldn't be a fresh year where you could just, like, left me alone and just, like, oh no, you can't do that, huh? Just, it's like, you've already poured the salt in the wound. You've already poured the acid. Like, really? Like, what are you trying to do? What point are you trying to, are you just trying to just mess? Are you just really just trying to, like, I'm not suicidal, but I mean, I would feel bad if this happened to a person that would be horrible. I mean, I don't know. You tell me, any advice or any, I mean, I just, because I just don't know where to begin. Well, of course I'm human. I'm human. Of course, my initial reaction is anger. I mean, I haven't had anger, I've let that stuff go in a sense, I can't say I'm fully healed, but my healing journey has been very, it's a constant, deal, it's just, I do daily. I have to, there's no way I could live my life, or even with myself, there's no way, because it would just, no. So for her to do this, it's just like, it's, in a sense, it's kind of like, it's a trigger, it's like triggering, and it's like, I don't even know. Well, first of all, I've never dealt with this, so I don't even, I mean, but you know what? I'm going to say it like this. to me, check this out. So I almost forgot to say this. It's a blessing in disguise, because she thinks she's so slick or smart, but really, I'm so glad. I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I haven't cussed yet. But the dumb broad, I'm just say it like that instead of the other word. She basically did me a favor, because now what it did was, if you read, yeah, well, you'll see. I'm not gonna describe everything, but basically, it says that I'm the non-custodial parent. Well, am I? Oh, well, I guess I am. Well, then I'm going to go with that. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, yeah. She just really gave me a way in with that one, because now it means that, well, then I guess maybe I am a parent. Well, then we're going to play. Well, we're going to play then. And I don't think you're going to like the way I play, because I'm going to play fair. And, hey, it's not my bad. I'm not the one who did the paperwork. You guys did, right? So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one. I mean, at first, I was kind of bummed out, but then I started to really read and look at the terminology and all that, you know what I'm saying? And then I see my name and I'm like, oh, okay. We can do this. So, I think I might just, yeah, even if it means, if I have to pay for some time with my kids, then I guess I'm gonna have to do that, right? Right. I mean, what would you guys do? Honestly, I wasn't even aware of it until I actually, for some reason, I looked up my name. This is years ago, okay? And still to this day, I've never, for that case, that's why I said the original case, I guess, I'm just guessing here, because, what other case could there be? So, and in the paperwork, the one that says her name, it says Carissa Giselle Cons reopened the case. So I'm guessing, that's my educational guess. I'm guessing she opened up that case. So, and that's all I know from I know just as much as you do, just by, clicking on that link. So, I don't know. And I don't even know how she got my address, but I'm guessing maybe she might've, the only one I think that might've gave her my address, the one that only has my address, is my mom, but I don't think she would have done it for that reason. But she probably just asked my mom, and my mom was like, oh yeah, sure, because I haven't talked to my mom yet because she's gonna flip out. But that's all I know. And like you see, it says it was first opened in LA County, but in the new paperwork that I got, it says that it was switched from San Bernardino back to LA. I don't know. It's confusing. It's weird. Oh, but they closed it. So that's what I do. I don't know. And then it's like, she knows, because it's a long story and it can get technical, and I'll explain the details later. And if you want to know, I'll tell you. But really, really, from what the last that I knew of, or my rights were terminated. So supposedly, I say supposedly because, well, when I was there in the courtroom, I don't remember my rights being terminated. Like, the judge said something totally different from what, so the only reason why I say that my rights were terminated is because that's what they told me. But that's not what I heard, but what does that matter, right? But anyways, just like the fact that my son wasn't put up for adoption, because he wasn't, because the fosters that were taking care of my son, there's another story with that. But anyways, they decided at the last minute to basically they backed out of the adoption, I guess, and I wasn't even aware of that. So, and I had no idea that was. But hey, it's CPS. It doesn't surprise me. But anyways, so they already had their little they planned it all out without even informing me of anything. But the thing is that so the fosters backed out, and they said that they didn't want to adopt my son anymore. So then and then at that time they had switched the judges, because it was just craziness going on. Anyway, so it was a new judge on the case, but he basically, I remember clear as day, I heard him because I was there. He basically said that my son wasn't going to be put up for adoption, and because that wasn't it wasn't recommended or in the best interest for him to be for adoption. So I don't know what the heck, but after that because that was the that was the, what's it called? Like the, basically like the last hearing. If you were to get your rights, I know the father of my kids, his rights were terminated because they involved him in something else connected to the case. But anyways, what I'm saying is like, so I'm pretty sure she knows this. So I don't know why she would think. Even I knew that because I mean that's why I even looked it up, because I was like, wait a minute, how could she even get me for child support when my rights are terminated? But then then I'm guessing that maybe they're not, because I mean if they were, they wouldn't have they wouldn't have even considered that, right? I mean, you tell me, I don't know. No, all my kids were taken from me at the hospital. The only child I got to keep, and I say she was also taken too. But this is the thing. If they would have ever, because they don't what do you call it? They don't include that in anywhere. I've never seen it, and I've actually been trying. That's what I've been trying to do, because if I could prove that, which is not like there's nothing to prove because it's facts. It's this is what it is. It's what happened. So when I have really quick, because I just, it's just a lot for me right now. My daughter Ariel, my second baby, because I have 5 kids. It's 2016. I had her in 2016. They took her from me. It's always each one of my kids. It's always the same story. It's the same procedure, process, all that stuff. And so basically, what they did was, but my daughter Ariel, she is actually 2 years younger than my first one, my daughter Sky. So I had my daughter Sky in 2013, then I had my daughter Ariel in 2016. So when I had her, I actually had her in a different county. I had her in San Diego County. Okay, so when I had her in San Diego County, because we were living in Escondido at the time. They came and did the same thing, and I mean, I knew. Usually, I say usually, but at the time, I had no idea. It took me a while to actually figure how the whole thing works. Like at that time, I didn't really know that, because I was a foster child, and I'm pretty sure you guys all know where I'm going with this. So, anyways, they came in, and they had cops with them, and they served me a warrant, and they took my daughter away. She was only like 2 days old or something, while she stayed in temporary foster care for about a week, only because I had proof with my medical records that, because they had lied and said they falsified my lab results. They said that here's the thing, they said that which is crazy, because I know a lot more stuff now than I ever did then. I had no clue what was going on. But anyway, I mean, I knew I was clean, but so point is, they basically accused me of being a drug addict, and said that I was on meth, which, come to find out now, after all my studying and research and all my hard work, you cannot test for meth, but that's beside the point. But so they said that I was, like I said, a drug addict. So they took my daughter away for that. But what I did was I went down to the office, and I didn't threaten them, but I basically told them more or less like, look, I have proof that you guys are full of it, and you better give me my daughter back. So they did, because I had I basically told them I was going to file a lawsuit because of that. So they had no other choice but to basically give me, they called me up and they said, oh, come pick up your daughter. And that was it. I got her back. No questions asked. Now, at that time, that was the last time I ever dealt with them. It wasn't until then, the drama happened with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with my story. I could have sworn but I'll send it here later, right now. I have a link to I made a playlist of basically explaining everything so you can comprehend and understand better what's really going on and what has been going on between my sisters, because a lot of it is because of my sisters. They've done a lot of just crazy, and it's not, honestly, it really isn't about them. So that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like, it sounds like it. Yes, it does from, the outside. But if you really, get the technical, details of it all, then you'll be like, oh, okay, So, yeah, I know it is confusing. It seems like a very lot, it's just a mixture of drama, but it's really not my drama. It's basically me trying to pick up the pieces and clean everybody else's mess. And that's fine. That's totally, hey, and you know what? I'll do it. But it's like, how it's like I don't even like that's what I was saying. I don't even know where to begin with this because there's so many different avenues of not even so much to take. It's like how do I even drive through one road when there's like a block roadblock, and it's like and what's it called, a spike strip, and like and like construction and detour signs, and really I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's so crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna send you. Well, I'm gonna send you guys the link to the playlist. So, like I said, you might want to make some popcorn. Put your put a TV dinner in the microwave. I don't know, but it's probably gonna be a good little. I don't know if you have time today. If you guys want to watch it on like your weekend, free time. But just there's a lot of I included a lot of videos that I had basically made in a series, basically to explain all of the just trying to vlog everything and keep everything documented in like a chronological order, to just even for my own sake, because you just never know. Like, well, I was in a car crash, so thank God I'm here, but I suffered. That's why sometimes when I talk, I kind of like stutter and stuff, because I had suffered it was called a closed head injury. So like it's kind of hard for me to like my what do you call it? I can't even think of the word. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I just basically did that or even for my kids. Maybe one day if they ever do come across it, they can actually know the truth of it all, and understand what, mommy wasn't just a bad mommy. Mommy wasn't a deadbeat mom. Neither was daddy, or their dad. And they can actually see that we really tried. We still tried even after we weren't supposed to, or they tried to stop us, and and I still haven't. I mean, obviously, you guys know I'm still here. So, and I thank you guys, and each and every one of you who are here, also. And I couldn't have done it without you guys, because this is hard. But what's hard for me right now is just trying to deal with people that it's like, what do you want from me? Okay, and then I send you, child support. Well, then, but it's like, if that's the case, well, then I might as well take care of which I can. So it's like, it's never been that. I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like, it's never been ever. And even in the court documents, it's never been about like that I've actually, and that's the craziest part of it all too, is like, I'm on the child abuse registry, but it's not even for freaking child abuse. It's for general neglect. What? Like, it is utterly insane, this whole ordeal with CPS. And if honestly, if like the FBI could actually like because I don't know of any other, because obviously the courts aren't doing jack crap about it. So I mean, and I've even wrote them too. But it's like, if somebody were to actually take a good deep look investigation into all the details of actually what has really happened and has occurred, and what they have gotten away with, because I mean, the fraud and the corruption is like to the roof, okay, with just and each case is different with my kids, but in a sense they're similar, only because they take from the original case, and that follows me, that just like why I used a different name for the last two of my children. That's exactly why I used a different name, not because like I was a criminal or something, but they made me out to, and I have a clean record. So it's just, you guys will have to be the judge, because I'm just gonna send the link so you guys could understand what I'm talking about. It's just I don't know. I mean, I do, but I just I just want for my kids not to have to, which I know they are, but if I can minimize and reduce just the whole drama of it all, that's all I've ever wanted. I've never wanted my kids to see, witness anything of this sort. And I feel like that's maybe what they would do. That's what they're I mean, I don't know. I honestly feel like my sister's not done with me in a sense, and I'm not trying to, interact in that sense, but I'm just saying, like, I have a feeling that she's not, as far as like even just this, I feel like she thinks like, oh, I'm too, like, I'm too quiet, I'm too, like, I'm non-combative, so let's stir something up to try to, like, like, I don't, and that's her deal, whatever. But I just need some advice here. I don't know. I'm being honest, I don't know. I really don't.